Hey, what's up, guys? Paul Reed fam here, and back with part 4 of the video, I guess, part 4, where I'm ranking top 10 players in each position, 1 through 5. And today, of course, we have the top 10 power forwards. It's been a while since the last upload. Kind of been putting it off, but here we are. We're back on it, and let's just get going to it. Okay, now, obviously, when we start off, I got to go who just missed the list. And I guess I'll start off with Aaron Gordon. Aaron Gordon is a very, very high-level role player that does so much what the Nuggets need. He's had such an interesting career where he's on the Magic and people expect all-star potential from him. He doesn't get there. He disappoints those people who had those expectations. He goes to the Nuggets. He gets hurt, but then he finds his footing as a great piece, a great dunker spot for Jokic, a good defender, not a great shooter, a good playmaker, and just a perfect four guard next to Nikola Jokic. When you have obviously the rest of the team with shooters, because he's going to fill in that big defensive spot along with being a great finisher around the rim. Just great. I love Aaron Gordon, super cool guy. Should have won that dunk competition. Should have won one of them. It's bullshit that he didn't. Should have won. Yeah, whatever. Next one, I got to shout out Julius Randle. Just high-level Tobias Harris is what I call him. Maybe he'll prove me wrong, but that's how I see him. I'm like, what if Tobias Harris was good? That's Julius Randle. So, cool. That's great. Great way to slow down the offense and have a turnaround mid-range shot, and also choke in the playoffs. Good job, man. Sorry. No hate on Julius Randle. He's fine. I don't care about him. Next, we have Jeremy Grant. Shout out Jeremy Grant. I think he was getting above 20 points a game. He's a really good all around player. Solid rebounder. Just couldn't break the top 10. I was debating it, but I couldn't put him up there. But I need to shout out Jeremy Grant. And last one, Jalen Johnson. The up and coming young star from the Hawks. 15 points a game last year. Good defense. I think he's going to fit in with Trae Young, and we're going to see to what extent can Jalen Johnson really pop, because a lot of people are high on him along with me, but I'd love to see it. I'd love to see it culminate into a very good season this year. We'll see. Anyway, kind of ran through those pretty quickly. Obviously, there's more guys that I just have neglected to talk about, but those are the guys that I was kind of arguing to maybe the 10 spot, such as Julius Randle was a tough cut. But yeah, now let's get going. Top 5. Top 10. No cuts. Keep it going. Okay. At number 10, we have Evan Mobley. Evan Mobley is 23 years old, 6'11", and 215 pounds. And last year, he averaged 15.7 points, 9.4 rebounds, and 3.2 assists on 57, 30, 37, and 72 from the field. That's pretty damn good. Granted, that 37 from 3 is only on 1.2 3-point attempts per game. He also had a steal and about 1.5 blocks a game. Now, why I have Evan Mobley on my top 10 list? It's not because I think the 3-point ball is going to fall. It's because he is that goddamn good of a defender. It would kind of surprise me if he doesn't get one Defensive Player of the Year. That is how confident I am with this kid's defense. A lot of people always bring up, will his 3-ball fall? If this kid can shoot threes, then he's the total package. And I would love to be optimistic about it. He shoots 72 from the free throw line, so that's like, again, that kind of like gives you a idea on how he's shooting the ball, and it's like not great. He's good efficiency around the rim, but I don't know. I don't know if I need the 3-ball to fall. I think he can make it up on the defensive end. He's that good. I understand that Wemby's we're about to get in the it's going to be weird for all these guys that are going to be unbelievable defenders, because we're about to get in the Wemby era. And Wemby might win a couple depoys. Same with Chet. Chet might squeak one out. And I think the third guy on that up-and-coming list for the defensive players is Evan Mobley. And I have him here at 10. I love Mobley. I have a lot of the Cavs players ranked higher than I guess I think I should. Their team should be better in retrospect. But I do think it's gonna be good actually. I have them pretty high. Anyway, next at 9, I have Pascal Siakam. Now Pascal had a very good playoff run. He was basically when the offense was staggering, when it got slowed down in the playoffs, it was a lot of him getting into his bag, putting them on their back offensively. But that's about all he can do, and he didn't do it every game. Granted, I'm not trying to detract from him. I mean, but he has regressed defensively a lot from his 2020 and before seasons. He is 30 years old. He's 6'8" and 230 pounds. Quickly go over stats. Forgot about that. He averaged 21.7 points a game, 7.1 rebounds, and 4.3 assists on 55, 38, 70 shooting. And again, that defensive fall off is noticeable. Like, he used to be a good defender. It's gotten bad. I'd like to see it get better, but it's not where his mental's at anymore to give himself effort on all the defensive end. But he's still a great mismatch. He'll pull up, his either spin move or mid-range shot was falling in the playoffs. I still like Siakam, but the defense isn't getting better, and he's only getting older. But I still think Siakam's a great scorer. Great 2 option. Great second option on the Pacers. Him and Halliburton are really nice together. Okay, at 8, I have Jaren Jackson Jr., 24 years old, 6'10", 242 pounds. Now, a lot of people are saying, wow, Jaren Jackson Jr. is a center. No, he's not. He just happened to play center because Steven Adams got hurt and there was no other options. As a center last year, though, he was 22.5 points, 5.5 rebounds, and 2.3 assists on 44, 32, 81 shooting. That three-point efficiency will go up. He also had 1.2 steals a game and 1.6 blocks a game. Lower than his deep point numbers. It was at 3 blocks a game a night. It was ridiculous. But he's one of the best roamers. And with Zach Edey being there, I think you're going to see Jaren Jackson Jr. pop with those crazy block numbers again. He's such a good help defender. He can't anchor a defense. He can raise a defensive ceiling, but he can't anchor a defense, if that makes sense. But I still really like him. He can score the ball pretty well. I think, again, these Grizzlies and Cavs I keep falling back onto. On these 2 teams are my teams that I think they're going to surprise people next year. Like an East and West team, maybe a dark horse. Dark horse is the Cavs, and then the dark horse is the Grizzlies, because we don't really know where they're at. Again, barring injuries, which both of these guys were affected. The Cavs and the Grizzlies, shout out them. They might be a little deep dark horse great teams next year. Little deep playoff run, maybe. Little conference finals run. You know what I mean? Anyway, that's 8. At 7, this was hard to place him. I have Lauri Markkanen. Now, Lauri Markkanen is 27 years old, 7 feet tall, and 240 pounds. Last year on the Jazz, he averaged 23.2 points, 8.2 rebounds, and 2 assists on 48, 40, 90. God, if he could just get 50, 40, 90. Didn't happen, though. He is the best off-ball big man forward that we've ever seen. He doesn't dribble the ball, and it doesn't matter. He is so unbelievable at finding open spaces and catching and shooting the 3-ball. He would be so good. I know it's selfish. I really wish Lauri Markkanen was not on the Jazz, because goodness gracious, he would. I wish he was on the Warriors. We would see so much more from him. Other things I love about Lauri, he has underrated defense, super underrated defense, in my opinion. I think he can hold his own there. And, yeah, I love Lauri. I wish we got him over anyone else this season, but obviously the cards didn't fall that way. He is loyal to the Jazz, which is awesome for him. They took a chance on him, and he made an all-star, so he's loyal to them, which is cool. Shout out Lauri. I'll go over quickly why I have him over JJ and Siakam. I think he brings more offensively by far than JJ, even though JJ can score the ball. And I love JJ's defense and scoring. That's why I have him above Siakam. But I think Lauri is just that. I really hope the Jazz kind of pop this year with their moves. I thought they had a good draft. But yeah, start at Lauri Markkanen. I think we're not in elite tier yet, but I think right here is where we cut off to team leaders. So I guess are we getting already? No. Am I adding a team leaders tier? No, I'm not. There's a lot of team leader power forwards. I guess Lauri is, but I think he's more of a two-person. Anyway, sorry, rambling. At number 6, we have Paolo Banchero, 21 years old, 6'10", 250 pounds. This dude is gonna be nasty. Last year he had 22.6 points a game, 6.9 rebounds, and 5.4 assists on 45, 34, 72 shooting. He's only on the up and up, folks. Paolo Banchero is like the full package for the Orlando Magic and for any team. He's a good defender, and he's going into only his third year, and I already have him here. The Magic are going to be so interesting this year, what lineups they bring out, because obviously Paolo is the offensive engine of this team, but if Franz, if KCP can figure it out, this team will finally be able to get that offense figured out because their defense is crazy. Their 1-5 defense and even their bench piece defense is ridiculous. Suggs, KCP, Franz, you're going to have that Christian guy, Jonathan Isaac come off. Jonathan Isaac might be on the levels Evan Mobley defense. He's ridiculous. But Paolo might even take another step this year into like elite tier. But yeah, he should be a star. He's an all-star. And I really like Paolo Banchero's all-around game. The shot selection isn't the best, but what do you blame him? He's the team's entire offense when it slows down. But yeah, that's Paolo Banchero. Love him. Get shooting around him. What they try to do. KCP. We'll see how Orlando does. I consider them and the Mavs. Them and the Cavs a similar tier of like teams. Granted, like the kind of below like the top guys on the East. Anyway, that's Paolo at 6. Again, where do I get this elite tier? It's tough, but I'm gonna hold off until we get to our top 3 for elite. But these guys are tough. At 5, I have Zion Williams. Zion is 24 years old, 6'6", 284 pounds, big boy. And speaking of big boy, he gets a lot of hate for being fat, and also that people think that culminates into not being healthy. I think we finally saw it last year where once he's on the court, it works. And I don't know if you saw some pictures from this offseason. He looks skinnier. I don't know if that means anything. Probably not. But last year he averaged 22.6 points a game, 22.4 points a game, 5.8 rebounds, and 5 assists on 57, 33, 70. I underline that 57. 57 from the field is ridiculous as a power forward guy. And want to know why it's so high? Because he is the best downhill player in the league right now. The best rim attacker in the league right now. Behind Giannis. Oh, I wanted to give it to him, but Giannis is still better. But yeah, he is the best rim pressure. He is like LeBron the way he does it. When he gets going downhill, it's ridiculous. That's why I wish Brandon Ingram get his catch and shoot up more. I think I talked a little bit about that last video. But yeah, Zion Williams, I really wanted to see him healthy. He has good defense. This Pelicans team is going to be so fun. You had DeJounte Murray. You have B.I. back. You have C.J. McCollum. Still need to find a center. But, yeah, also Herb Jones off the bench. Trace Jackson. There's a lot of amazing players on this Pelicans team. Let's see if they can figure it out. But I love Zion. Again, you saw what he was doing to the Lakers until he got hurt in that play-in game. It's ridiculous stuff. Him getting downhill is ridiculous. It's fun to watch. He could put a team on his back. Anyway, next at 4, we have Kawhi Leonard. It's so hard to rate him because prime Kawhi Leonard might be one of the best, 3 players on the world when he is on in the playoffs. It's ridiculous. He is 30 years old, 6'7", 225 pounds. And last year, he actually had 68 games played, which isn't that bad. 23.7 points, 6.1 rebounds, and 3.6 assists on 52, 42, 88. So close to 50, 40, 90. One of these days we'll find him. And he's an all-time defender. All-time amazing defender. He has one of the most amazing primes in basketball. He doesn't get talked about enough, at least in wide circles. When you're talking to ball knowers, they know the impact of Kawhi Leonard. I wish he was healthy. He can still raise the Clippers team in the playoffs as he's healthy. And I try not to rate off health, but I just haven't seen him play enough in these last 2 years to put him higher. But I still have to take into account how good he is, so I can't put him lower. So right at 4 we have Kawhi, and this is where we go over into the elite tier. Elite alert, elite alert. You like that, folks? Adding that in. Elite alert. Okay. At 3 we have Kevin Durant. Durantula, Slim Reaper. 35 years old, 7 feet tall. Yeah, I said 7 feet tall. And 240 pounds. I'm going to get into his stats in a second, but this dude is just one of the most pure isolation scorers we've ever seen. And the crazy thing is that when he went to the Warriors, there was a little bit of worry that it wouldn't gel. Oh, it gelled. Yeah, it didn't matter. Yeah, he's going to get his, and he's not going to slow anything down. He's going to get his on crazy efficiency. KD last year on the Suns, 27.1 points a game, 6.6 rebounds, and 5 assists on 52, 41, 86. All-time scorer. That's it. I mean, I don't know what else to say. I guess I will talk about the Suns a little bit and how they're not built to be a good team. Built to be a super good team is what I meant, contender. The Suns are relying on 35-year-old Kevin Durant to be a secondary rim protector after, I don't even know, who do they have over there? Not Nurkic? Yusuf? Ugh. I mean, that's such an iffy thing. I understand he's tall, but he's 35, he's old. He's not super injury prone, at least not recently. He has had injuries that take him out of seasons, but I love Kevin Durant. I think that the Suns are going to figure out more overall this year, and I can't put him any lower. He is so good. There's always been Sixers trade rumors about Kevin Durant because of his team hopping. But yeah, Kevin Durant is ridiculous. I don't know. Some of these players I don't have much to say. He's an all-time great scorer. Maybe the all-time great scorer. But yeah. There's Kevin Durant at 3. Current, yeah. Number 2, I have Jason Tatum. Now, Jason Tatum is one of the most polarizing players to talk about in NBA media currently. He's 26 years old. He's 6'8", and 210 pounds. Last year, in the regular season, he averaged 26.7 points, 8.1 rebounds, and 4.9 assists on 47, 37, 83. And a lot of people's what does he do amazingly? Everything, man. He's a Swiss Army knife. There's nothing he can't do. He can dribble, yes. He can pass. He is a very good passer. He can shoot the mid-range ball. He can shoot the 3 ball. He can finish at the rim. I wish a little bit better, but it's not. I mean, it's fine. He's finishing around the rim through contact. He's getting to the free throw line, as a star needs to do, and he's gonna defend his ass off. He can defend 1 through 5 not as well. He can't defend 5 as well, but he can defend any guys probably 6'10" and under. He's got him really, really good defense. Tatum is very overhated, probably because he plays on the Celtics. Probably because he's corny. I love that he's corny. I think he's funny. But yeah, Tatum is disgusting, and his shooting numbers went down because he accepted the role that the Celtics pushed him into, where it's we're going to put a lot of guys around you. You don't need to do this. He can still carry a load. He can still carry He can still carry an offensive load and will his team to victory. He just didn't need to do that this year at all. And that's I think that made people upset. The Celtics are just that good of a constructed team. But yeah, I love Jason Tatum. He's the best player of the Celtics, and he has a funny son. I actually hate Deuce. I hate Deuce. Annoying ass kid. Get the fuck off my screen. A little aggressive. Number 1, Giannis Antetokounmpo! The Greek Freak. He's 29 years old. He's 7 feet tall. He's 242 pounds. Last year on the Bucks, he averaged 30.4 points, 11.5 rebounds, and 6.5 assists on 61, 27, 66 on a steal and a block a game. Giannis will be in the MVP conversation next year. He better be. I feel like it's a Giannis revenge season coming up, folks. You're going to see him you're going to see a lot of people have gotten used to Giannis's greatness, so it's not talked about enough. I think we're going to see a little change there. He's going to be MVP. He's the best. He's the best help defender in the league. You can't do anything when he is just roaming. He's disgusting. Like you say that someone gets by Gary Trent. Oh, what? Giannis is just going to reach his arms around and completely stop you from going anywhere while also being attached to his player that he's defending. Giannis is so disgusting. Both ends of the floor. He is the best rim pressure. He's going to dribble down the court in 2 dribbles and then just dunk the ball. He's so athletic, so fast. And we just need to see him healthy in the playoffs again. Him and Dame are going to be... I think their tandem is going to be much better this year. But yeah, Giannis at 1. He is still a top 3 player in the world. I don't think there's an argument there. I don't have a lot. I didn't argue players over each other a lot. I think I just placed them and kind of talked about their individual, what I think about them. I'm not super passionate about any of these players. I think although I have them ranked as right. I think I guess most passionate about Mobley at 10 over anyone else. I really just think his defense is that good. I'm just kind of going through the list right now, looking over. But yeah, I think that was a pretty easy list. Got through it pretty fast, and we have centers. And then, I don't know. Hopefully the season starts. We're a lot of days off, actually. Yeah. Also, I guess I'll just start shouting out. I'm going to start doing Eagles reviews every 4 games. Try to, kind of culminate the season, little quarters. I'm not going to do gamely reviews. I'm just going to do quarters. We did just lose to the Falcons recently, which is so fun. We choked the game away. Saquon did, and then Jalen had a bad pick. I blame that one on Saquon. But I can't go into it. I'm not going to go into it. Sorry. Okay. Fuck O to you. Goodbye.